Hey guys, so we have another one coming up, and today's gonna be short. It should be less than 10 minutes. Here are my notes. There's only 8 items on there. I'm gonna be referring back to my notes to keep on track. However, it should be less than 10 minutes long. Today's topic is about some of the things you should do and should not do when selling your house. So we're gonna get right into it, get this over and done with, get you guys back to your day. So if you have any questions during the duration of this video or really afterwards or whatever, give me a call. 407-308-4518. Shoot me a text message at that same number if you'd like, or send me an email at peter@flreagent.com. As you guys know, I'm with Heroes Real Estate Group. We're a veteran-owned and operated company. The owner's a former Marine and deputy sheriff. I myself am a former Marine, and I do these videos from a place of service because I want to be a resource to you guys. So let's get right into it. If you have any questions, let me know. So first off, things you should do is you should, one, curb your emotions. And what I mean by that is when you're selling your house, you should not sell it from an emotional place. Because at the end of the day, if any of you are going to sell your house that you own and you all developed memories and things of that nature in that property, you're going to put an emotional value on that property. And that's human nature. That's fine. However, when you go sell the house, you cannot ask for that emotional value because you're simply just not going to get it. If your house is being listed for $250,000 because that is what you feel it's worth to you. However, the market in the area, half a mile to 1 mile surrounding the property, if the market in the area is selling for $215,000 or $230,000 and you're $20,000 or more overpriced, it's simply just not going to sell based on that number. Buyers are going to look at it and immediately say that it's overpriced, which is what's going to cause them to walk away or not even go to the house, which is why houses sit on the market for X amount of time and then they end up expiring. And I'll get into this in another bullet, but when it expires, all of a sudden it's our fault. It's the agent's fault. We did not do our job, but that's not the case. You overpriced the property. So that's why it's important to not, sell an emotion. You need to curb your emotion before you put the property in the market, or at the very least, you need to take off those rose-colored glasses and look at the house as if you were the buyer. Would you pay $20,000 over for that house based on how it looks and where it's located just because you feel there's an emotional value there that was there before? The answer is no, you wouldn't. You wouldn't even go look at the house because it's overpriced. So look at the house as a buyer. If you were buying that house, would you pay for that? That is one of the easiest ways to look at a house and really determine if it's overpriced. Is it overpriced to you or is it fair to you? Next, so prepare the house to get it on the market. So when you prepare a house to get it on the market, it's not just about painting or fixing this or fixing that. It's about decluttering or really just kind of cleaning things up or redecorating a room or whatever. You have to make sure that the house is appealing, and that's the end goal. The end goal, regardless of what you do or don't do, the house has to be appealing to whoever comes to that house. If someone comes into the house and there's a clutter of a whole bunch of crap, whether it be kids' toys or you're a hoarder. Maybe you're hoarding stuff. Maybe you have stuff, receipts and like gift cards and birthday cards and Publix, reusable bags from like 17 years ago that you just don't want to get rid of and it's just stashed in the corner. These things are all things that are seen by buyers. And I'm not saying that they devalue the property because half the time they don't, but the perceived value of the property will diminish in the buyer's eyes if they simply cannot connect with the property. So when you prepare the house to go on the market, you have to look at those types of things, the decluttering, redecorating, maybe moving around a room or whatever the case may be. And then maybe even some of the small repairs, like the hole in the wall that you made to put the cables through for the entertainment center, or maybe some spot painting or whatever the case may be. You have to prepare the house. You can't just expect to throw some random pictures online and just people are going to like it and go see it and go buy it. It just doesn't work like that. People have to like what they see. All right, next, familiarize yourself with your agent's comps or my comps if I'm your agent, as well as the competition in the neighborhood. So in other words, if I give you a set of comps and I tell you, hey, look, based on these comps, this is what your property is worth, you need to familiarize and study those comps just to make sure that you understand that. Hell, find your own comps. Go ahead and we can talk about it, and we can talk about the price. If you actually find some comps that are comparable, we can discuss it and kind of arrive at a good listing price there, or maybe even change the price based on that. But we also have to look at the competition in the neighborhood, in the immediate area. So half a mile to a mile, like I said earlier, we look at what's currently selling, not to see the price and to check what you should price your property at based on the active price, but based on if they're asking for this much, however, they have a pool, a bonus room, a third garage, and I have none of that, how do you justify pricing your property the same price if you don't have any of it, right? So you have to know what your competition is. You have to look at the properties and really be realistic. If you were buying a property for $350,000 that had a pool, a bonus room, a garage, and over 3,000 square foot, and you looked at another property for the same price that had no pool, that had a one-car garage, and had no bonus room, and was 2,200 square feet, would you justify paying the extra money even though it was missing all the other features? You wouldn't. The answer is you wouldn't. You would look at the property and tell me it's overpriced and then walk away, go to the next one. So you have to remember that. You have to make sure we study the competition, study the comps to make sure that you are positioned correctly in the market to be able to affect a sale. Because at the end of the day, that's what we do as real estate agents. We're experts in our field in order to affect sales. And finally, on that section, hey, listen, you have to have a heart-to-heart with your agent, right? You have to be completely transparent. As we as agents, I expect myself, my team, my broker, whatever, we all expect each other to be transparent with our clients. And I expect you all to be transparent with your agent or with me if I'm your agent. The reason being is because if you have guests and I don't know you have guests, as an example, and I schedule a showing and all of a sudden you tell me, no, you can't show the house, that buyer is going to look at it as you being difficult, right? But if I would have told them, hey, listen, we can't schedule a showing today, we have to schedule tomorrow, they have guests over, then that buyer is going to more than likely understand. Or for example, if you expect me or your agent to do things a certain way that other agents have not done, or just, your personal preference, you prefer to be updated on every Tuesday as an example, or every Tuesday and Friday or whatever, then tell the agent that. I know I will. I'm going to be transparent with whoever I'm working with. I'm going to tell them, hey, listen, at this time, for example, I expect the house to be completely clutter-free. I expect the house to be available for pictures tomorrow, the next day. I expect certain things to happen because at the end of the day, that's my job. I'm here to give advice, expertise, and to really affect a real estate sale. I'm here to sell your house, period. So when the communication and transparency is there's going to be a good relationship built between the agent and you, the client, the seller, whatever. And things are going to go a lot smoother. So please, please, please be transparent. All right, so things that you should not do. We're almost done. Things that you should not do is, it kind of goes along with the first one. You should never sell on emotion. I think I beat a dead horse in the beginning with that. Listen, sell based on what the market is asking for your property. That's it. If you sell on that, you'll be fine. Take the expertise, the advice, and the guidance from your agent and use that to price the property and sell the house, period. Forget about Susie and Johnny taking their first steps in the house. Take off those rose-colored glasses and just sell for what the market is asking for. Done. Okay, overpricing your house, that goes along with the first one, so I'm going to move on. Be reasonable with repairs. So you should never be unreasonable with repairs. That's basically what I'm saying. So if someone, like a buyer, is asking you to fix one shingle because a piece of hail or a tree or a branch or whatever hit the one shingle that's this big and it took the tar off of it and it cost you $15 at Home Depot to just fix it, just fix the shingle. Don't tell the buyer that you're not going to fix a shingle and then lose out on the sale because the buyer's worried, that it's going to leak. And if it leaks, it could cost thousands of dollars in damage, not just $15. So be reasonable with those types of repairs. Now, if the buyer is asking you to take down a wall, obviously that's a different story. But if they're asking you to just patch a wall because you had a hole in there where the entertainment center cables went, just patch the wall. Tell me, I'll patch the wall. What, 15 minutes and $15? Just do that. Be completely reasonable with repairs because at the end of the day, you more than likely would ask for the same thing because you're just concerned about any potential issues that might arise later. And so are the buyers. So you should never be unreasonable with repairs. Always, always, always be reasonable and just, sell the house. That's it. That's the end of the game. That's the mission, is to sell the house. And then lastly, listen, you should never judge your agent's performance based on your decisions. And what do I mean by that is if you decide to overprice your house by $20,000 because you felt, again, the emotion part, you felt that it was worth that. However, the market said it was worth $20,000 less and it expires and it doesn't sell. It's not your agent's fault. It's your fault, right? You need to take your agent's expertise and market knowledge and use that to affect the sale, whether it be pricing, staging, recommendations on repairs or whatever the case may be. Do not judge your agent based on decisions that you make. If you decide not to fix something, that's your decision, not theirs. If you decide to overprice, that's your decision, not theirs. If you decide to not show the property for whatever reason, that's your decision, not theirs. Any little thing can add up and equal in the sale not going through, the house not selling, the house expiring, the house being canceled, the listing being canceled by you because you believe the agent sucked at their job. But in reality, you're the one that sucked at your decision making. So I'm not saying you suck. I know you're watching this and some of you are going like, I cannot believe he's telling me that I suck. I'm not saying you do. Maybe this does not apply to you. I'm just saying if you find yourself in that situation, just take it all in before you actually make a decision and use the expertise of an agent. If you went out and hired an agent, then hire the agent, listen to them, and then do not judge their performance based on a decision that you make. Just remember that. Other than that, this video is done, over with. I think we are going to be under 10 minutes or about 10 minutes. If you have any questions, give me a call, shoot me a text, 407-308-4518. Send me an email, peter@flreagent.com. Questions, concerns, comments below, whatever the case may be. And that's it. So I'll come up with a new topic, probably come out here in a few days. I don't know what it's going to be yet. If you have any ideas or you would like to hear something about a specific topic, write me a text, email, give me a phone call, write it in the comments, and then I'll put it onto the list, and then we'll go from there. So until next time, Peter, Heroes Real Estate Group, right here, and we'll talk soon. All right, bye.